Welcome back here today on the beautiful campus of Florida Panhandle Technical College. It's still summertime. You know, Hurricane Harvey, Hurricane Irma, and now Hurricane Marie and Jose just getting ready to go by. Gave us a little bit of less humid weather, a little bit cooler temperatures. We all sort of got a false relaxed sense of fall, and it couldn't be less true. Autumn is just around the corner, but it's still hot. This Saturday we shot Pee Wee football all day long, and my goodness, everybody got burned to a crisp. We are here today on the Florida Panhandle Technical College campus talking about all the offerings with over 40 degree and certification programs currently available. Today we have Joli Hartzog, who heads up the adult education program here at the college. When we come back, we're going to talk to Joli about all that adult education program offers. If you are someone who is finding it hard to find a job because you never finished up your high school degree, what used to be called the GED, high school equivalency, they've got an answer for you. If you're someone who wants to enroll in some of the classes here and can't pass or can't enter those classes because of your tape scores, we can give you the opportunity to raise those scores. A whole bunch of stuff that goes into this whole programming. I'm not going to try to steal Joli's thunder, nor would I be able to. So when we come back, we're going to be asking Joli all the tough questions about exactly what is adult education at Florida Panhandle Technical College. We'll be right back. Welcome back. As mentioned, our guest today is Joli Hartzog, who heads up the adult education program. Thanks for taking the time. You know, you are always busy. I try to get over there, try to lasso you, get you over to the studio. You're usually in a session or doing paperwork, but thanks for taking the time.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
We have experienced something of a shortfall overall in enrollment in the adult education for a variety of reasons, and we'll talk about those. But let's start at the beginning, Joli. What is the adult education part of the programming here at the Technical College, and exactly what do you offer, and to whom would those programs be offered?
We offer adult basic education and the GED program, and depending on their TABE scores when they come in, they may need a little remediation to get them to GED level to get their diploma. But any student, this is anybody who's been out of school for many years, or we have minors that are out of the K-12 system but have decided to come back and finish up, get their diploma. We have older adults, we have middle-aged adults, so anyone who wants to further their education or didn't finish getting their diploma can come see us. And the first thing they'll do is TABE test, and to see, you know, where we need to start at is all that is just gives us a basis of where we need to start. Everybody, you know, doesn't start at the same place and doesn't progress at the same time. We have part-time students and full-time students that we take, and we're also offering online for those that work full-time and have children and can't come in for classes. We try to offer an online program that we communicate with the student and they progress on their own. As long as they've got internet and a computer at home they can work on, and we can work on getting their diploma. But we also have students that come in that already have their diploma that also just need a little help with math, reading, language to get their scores up for a program, and so we work with them to get their scores up and try to quickly retest them, so they may just need a little review.
Yeah, a variety of offerings, and I want to sort of attack each one of those in turn. But first of all, there has been a change, I know, in the school district, perhaps at the state level, policy about those TABE scores and about people entering programs, where at one time, if you did not meet those minimal scores, you had to get some remedial attention to bring those up before you were allowed to enter. Now, if I'm not mistaken, you can go ahead and enter as long as you accomplish that later. How does that work?
Well, they discourage it, you know, in some places. Some of the programs, they can't take them unless, you know, like some of the medical programs, they have to have those scores before they can enter the program. But some of the other programs, they can work on it as they go. So if they really want to go ahead and enter their program, they can go ahead and enter the program. And we can sometimes work with them in between. Some of the instructors send them over during part of the day for some review. Sometimes they do it online and at home, or in the other their CTE class. They'll do some extra practice to get their scores up. So, but we don't have to take all of those like we used to, so it has decreased those numbers because some students prefer to go ahead and start their programs. So.
We probably all, to a person, go through it, those tough days in high school. The testosterone is flowing, we're all making huge changes in our life, we're going through puberty, and at some point in time, I would imagine almost everybody says, man, if I quit school, I'd go get a job, and I'd be an adult, and I'd be off and running. Unfortunately, a lot of people follow through with that, and
Right.
so they either have a child early, or for some unknown reason, in many cases, they simply have to work because their family needs
Right.
the income. But for whatever reason, many times these young adults find themselves several years later into their 20s and realizing, wow, even the most menial jobs are requiring at least a high school equivalency. Talk about how that program works and the difference that makes in somebody's life.
We've had a lot of students that have come in, that's been a big barrier to them, and I had a student that came in this week that is working in another county in the school system as a paraprofessional, and they've told her that if she wants her benefits, she has to have her diploma. So we're going to work to get that for her as fast as we can, but so many students don't realize what a barrier it becomes and how many places will not hire you unless you have a diploma. And we also encourage them, we try to go ahead and set up a total career path with the students that come in. We offer a career class too, that they actually work on resume writing, interviewing skills, soft skills for employment to get them ready, and we encourage them to, if they're not going into a program here at our school, to, you know, some of them want to enter college, some of them want to go to a program that's not offered here, they may go somewhere else, but we try to go ahead and set up a complete career path with them, and we do interest inventories and get them ready to go so that they know what to look for in the next program or their secondary education. So.
You furnish an in-between step, if you will. The folks that go out there right into the workforce, don't finish up their high school equivalency, or decide to go back to college later for some other career path, but simply don't, like you say, need a refresher in the
Right.
basic skills. You provide that non-invasive, safe place that people can go. They're not going to be subjected to ridicule by, for instance, if you're sitting in a regular classroom. It's definitely a different kind of environment.
Right.
And I think this is very important because I've had conversations with people out in the public who say, man, I would do that, but you know, here I am in my 30s and I'm embarrassed. But in reality, not only do you have a staff that cares and has all of the right skills to be able to deal with any kind of person, but your whole program is set up in such a way, open enrollment, you have people starting all of the time, and at the end of the day, almost everyone in there is on a different track, so they require one-on-one. Talk about how that works and how it is a very welcoming environment.
It is. We have 4 certified instructors that are in there to help. We teach classes. We have special, you know, math sessions and language arts, and we kind of put them in different levels, whatever they need help on. So we offer classes, but we also offer their own computer online. We have programs that have tutorial videos that help the student because everybody's not at the same place at the same time, and they come in at different times because we have the open enrollment. So everybody doesn't start in August and end in May. But it works because you've always got people, you know, there to help you. We've got classes available no matter what point you're starting at. Because we cycle back around and we try to rotate our schedule, our class schedule even, because we know we have some students that have to work half a day and they come in for class half a day. So we try to rotate our schedule so they get a math class or something every week, and that their instructors available to help them all the time. So they can really start at whatever point. You know, it's really an accommodating environment. We work with them on, you know, whatever they need help on. The instructors are great. They're always willing to help, and we have a lot of programs that we offer that we pay for through the school that really helps the students with, you know, going back over things that they've forgotten and going through the software.
One benefit that gets my attention, certainly, that is not expressed very often and is sort of one of those hidden jewels of your program, is that by simply being a student in that adult education program, you also have access to the facilities, including high-speed internet access.
Right.
Our college here in the Chipley campus enjoys some of the highest speed internet access in anywhere in the Northwest Florida area. And so simply by being a student there, these students are able to use all of those resources,
Right.
including the online. And many people simply don't have access to high-speed internet access.
Right.
It's not because they can't afford it in some cases, they're in an area where they simply don't have it.
Right.
So this gives them that ability to get all the benefits in that direction too.
Right. And we offer digital literacy. You know, if they come in and they're afraid they're going to put me on a computer, I don't know how to run a computer, we have a digital literacy course too. We can take them through and teach them how to use the computer. We have touchscreen computers that are, you know, very nice Dell computers, and they all have access to their own computer, you know, in the facility. So it's really a plus, because that's one of the big barriers too. A lot of students say, I can't do it at home, I don't have internet, I don't have a computer, or I don't always have internet, so they can always have it when they come in here. So.
We speak to a lot of older folks who have never made that jump into the 21st century, have never become computer literate.
Mm-hmm.
Is there the opportunity, even for someone who doesn't want the academic part of it, to be able to take classes in that adult education arena, to be able to at least learn those digital skills?
We don't offer a computer course. It's usually if they're enrolled in adult basic ed or in, you know, for one of the programs, and they may need to brush up on computer skills before going into one of the programs out here that requires, you know, you to be able to use the computer pretty good. So we do help them with that if they're in for working on their scores and need to work on their computer skills. But just offering a single computer course, we're not able to register them for that.
Let's make a note. Maybe Ms. Compton, our director here at the college, that's something that we need to consider
Right.
somewhere down the road. It's easy to say to people, retool your life, a career in a year, come here, and within a year you've got a well-paid job. But many people are in that cycle where they have to work every single day.
Right.
If they want to change careers, they have to make that happen somewhere outside that 9-to-5 workday. So in many cases, our classes here are offered at night, or, and you just mentioned this, so great segue into that, they're online. Obviously, you would have to have online ability at home. You'd have to
Right.
have a good, solid internet connection. Talk about how that program works.
Well, we've just started that program, and we've got a few students already signed up that have just gotten started on it. And we communicate through our program, which is a Harcourt, Holton, Mifflin program that we can enroll them in different levels, and they can work their way up through those levels and work from home. They can come in, they do have to come in, you know, at least a couple of times during a semester to test, or when we schedule time to test, because you can't test for the diploma at home or for the TABE test. You have to come in, but other than that, they can communicate with us all from home and through the online program. And we've got some that have just gotten started on that because they work full-time and have kids, and so they're working on theirs at home.
That opens up our offerings here on the college campus to literally anyone in the state of Florida. Obviously, you have to be a resident of the state to be able to qualify for some of our programs, but we have people who drive every day from the far side of Jackson County at Sneads,
Right.
Florida, over by the river, all the way here every single day. So what a great opportunity for someone who wants to take the online classes. They may have to come here on occasion to take the tests or to certainly register and all, but no matter where you are, you've got that ability to get into that program. And if the only time you have to study or to learn is after hours or on the weekends, that online opportunity is definitely something that should get some of those people's attention.
Right, and it, you know, we have tutorial videos attached into that program, and we can upload extra help, extra material to help that student with whatever they're struggling with. But we're gonna, I think we'll see a lot of success with that, because it is such a barrier sometimes for people to come in and attend. You know, they can't quit their job and come in and attend class and that kind of thing. So, and you know, you can't beat $30 a semester for adult education tuition. you know, to come in and get what all we offer and all the courses and the help that we offer with certified instructors. So, you know, if you've ever taken a college course, you know you pay a lot more than $30 a semester. So that's all we require, you know, is come in and register and TABE test and pay your $30 tuition, and that's it.
On occasion, I have had the opportunity to speak to people as they came and went from the LRC, the Learning Resource Center, and some of them had very thick accents. Do you have situations where somebody may not have English as their first language and you're actually helping them with some remedial English classes?
That's another thing we do is we do have ESOL students that come in that have English as a second language, and they're coming in to get help with their language skills. They may be transitioning into going into one of the programs or post-secondary training, but they need to get their English skills better to begin with. So we do offer, we have computer programs and classes that we do offer for those ESOL students. And I've had, I had a Chinese student last year, got one from Taiwan. So we've got a program that accommodates any of those languages, not just Spanish. You know, we've had some that were from Puerto Rico, Mexico, and that kind of thing, but we've also had other, you know, languages in there too. So yes, we can help them, and they're enrolled through our adult basic education as an ESOL student, and we work with them on their English. So
one thing of which we're very proud here on the campus of Florida Panhandle Technical College is our dual enrollment opportunity. Mm-hmm. We have high school students who, while they are still in high school, take college level classes, in many cases getting certified in some kind of a skill before they even graduate high school, putting them much farther ahead when they go off to school. Do they have the opportunity here with the adult education? Do you do some remedial classes that you offer to the high schools? So if somebody's having a problem in high school, they can come here for some of that remedial, or does that have to take place in the high school?
We don't do credit recovery. They do that through the schools, through the school district. But I know at one time that they did, a few years back, did credit recovery, but we don't do credit recovery. They can enroll as a student here to get their diploma, but they can't stay enrolled in the high school like they can if they're taking welding. They can be dual enrolled, but not with our program. You have to either be in the K-12 or out of the K-12 to be in our program. So,
arguably, your program is as comprehensive, if not more so, than any other program on campus, just because of the wide variety of places that you have to be able to put your head in the day. You might be at one point working with somebody on their equivalency, on another one with their language skills, on another one with some other kind of TABE remedial actions. What else I have missed that you guys provide in the LRC?
About it. We do have a lot of different levels and avenues that we're working with students on, but it all seems to work together good. We work together as a team and cover the bases for what all we need to cover. So, but yes, we work in all those different avenues, and whatever's needed is where we go.
You're the new guy. You've only been around now for a couple of years, but your staff, most of those women have been here for many years, and as a matter of fact, I've seen some of their former coworkers retire over the last 5 or 6 years. So you're looking square in the face of having to make sure that you've got replacements in line as time goes on, because probably not too many years, but and all of your staff will be gone.
Right.
So that's a challenge. You do a great job. We appreciate everything that you do in the LRC. You've remodeled it recently, did away with some of the old stuff that was in there. It's certainly up to snuff. It's a very bright, cheery, we're showing some video scenes of that building right now. It's a great, welcoming, comfortable place, easy place to learn. I can't imagine why anybody would not want to take advantage of that. If you'd like to find out more, you can go to the website, which is fptc.edu. You can certainly stop by our student services, which is right here on Hoyt Street in downtown Chipley, or you can call the number that's on the bottom of your screen right now. We're here today with Joli Hartzog talking about the Learning Resource Center and the adult education programs right here at Florida Panhandle Technical College. Thanks for taking the time. I know that you've got lots to do, so we'll cut it shorter than I would have thought, but let's come back soon. Let's keep our viewers up to speed on exactly what you offer over there.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Thank you very much. As you can see, the adult education program here at Florida Panhandle Technical College, sort of fills in all of the gaps. We have 40 or around 40 certification and degree programs, but the adult education helps to bridge the gap between some of those programs. And if you'd like to come back, if you would like to retool your life, if you'd like to find a new career, there's certainly something here that's going to get your attention. More importantly, with Joli and her staff and the adult education component, we can help you come up to speed, pass those entrance exams, and be able to take advantage of all those over 40 degree and certification programs. We'll be right back.